welcome to another brand new episode here on Fs25 and Riverbend Springs. What are we up to today? Well, today we are doing a little bit of contracting just to earn a little bit of extra money because I've done some things. So when we get back to the farm, I'll show you what I've done. I think you're going to be pleased. It's taken a little bit of fiddling, but we did get there. Well, I did get there in the end, and yeah, I think you're going to like it. I think you're going to like it a lot. Alright, as I say, we're going to get some cultivating in first, just because as I say, we need a little bit of money. That doesn't seem to be particularly fast for a tractor this size, but we can speed that up. Alright, yes, so that's better. And then still doesn't seem to be particularly that fast. I mean, this is like nearly a 700 horsepower tractor, but apparently we're struggling with a little cultivator like this. But there we go. Tis what it is. Until it isn't. Right, and then we'll just hold still for a second, and then do that. We'll do 3 around the outside, because that will virtually do the field then. Press that button there and lock on. Right, looks as if we're going to get a little bit of a straight line with this GPS. But anyway, before we begin all that, how you all doing? I hope you're all having a wonderful Monday. Mine not going too bad. Absolutely tipping down outside. And I do mean tipping down, which means my car is now full of water. Yes, my car has sprung a leak. My car has... So, at the moment, my car is obviously sat on the drive. As I say, it's got a water leak. I took it to the garage. I said to the garage, I said, look, I said, the sunroof seals have gone. I said, it needs new sunroof seals. I said, that will solve the leak. Nope, I don't believe that's it. I said, well, I said, in all fairness, I said, I'm not asking you what you think it is. I said, I'm telling you what it is. You don't know that for sure. I said, I've had the problem before. I said, I had the sunroof seals replaced, and I said I didn't have no problem with water leak anymore. I said, so therefore, I said, seeing as it's doing exactly what it did last time, I'm fairly confident it's the sunroof seals. Now, bring it in, I'll have a look. Right. I said, but if you could at first just change the sunroof seals, please. I'll have them changed, whatever. So he's like, yeah, bring it in. We'll give it a go. Like, we'll have a look. So I took it in anyway. Left it there a week. Went back on the Friday. So I said to him, I said, how'd you get on? He said, I ain't looked at it yet. I said, you've not looked at it yet? He said, no. I said, why not? He said, well, because he said, not only have I been busy with other things. I said, yeah, fair enough. He said, I've also, he said, I've been doing quite a bit of research on your car. So I said, why are you thinking about buying one? So he said, well, no. He said, but I've been trying to find out what might be causing the issue. So I said, I've already told you what's causing the issue. I said, I already told you that I wanted it changing. I said, like, he said, yeah, he said, I think it might be the air conditioning unit. I said, it's not the air conditioning unit. I said, no, I hardly ever use the air conditioning. I said, I'm not really a fan of air conditioners, if I'm honest. I said, I prefer that thing that we call fresh air. I said, and you won't believe it. I said, but open your window in the sunroof. I said, there's tons of it. So, yeah, he said, what I've done is I've ordered you a new air conditioning unit. I said, well, you can unorder it. I don't want a new air conditioning unit. I said, that isn't the issue. I said, even if the air conditioning unit was faulty, I said, and it isn't, I said, it wouldn't put a footwell worth of water in the car. I said, and anyway, I said, even if it was leaking, it would leak out. And I said, they wouldn't have it designed for it to leak in, would they? So he goes, well, no, he said, but if we change that, he said, and then I was thinking we'll change the windscreen. So I said, okay, I said, what I'll do is I'll bring the car back on Monday. So he said, yep, fair enough. I said, because I need it over the weekend. Yep, fair enough. So anyway, no, I haven't taken the car back since. I'm not paying for a new windscreen and I'm not paying for an air conditioning unit when I am 99.99999. Nah, scrap all that. I'm 100% certain I don't need any of that. So I haven't taken it back. Anyway, last Thursday, sitting on the drive, I'm looking out the window. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And, you know, like sometimes the sun can reflect off your lights. And it makes your lights look on even though they're not on. It's just the sun reflecting in the glass. I'm looking out thinking, crikey, I thought the sun's quite bright in my car lights. I thought, and then I sort of sat here and I was sort of, I was sort of recording another video and I was sort of sat and I thought, the sun isn't even round there. I thought the sun would be out the back now. I said, and I was sort of thinking the bungalow will be hiding the sun. I thought, the sun's not even there. So anyway, I carried on looking for about another, I don't know, half hour or so. And then I went out there and then it became apparent that my brake lights were on. Odd. I've not used the car for about, I don't know, a week. I thought, so anyway, I sort of came back in, left it, and I thought, well, I don't know. I thought, I've just had a brand new battery put on there. I thought, if I leave the brake lights on, all the time, it's just going to flatten my battery and then it's going to, mess that battery up. And I thought that battery was blooming expensive, so I was thinking I better go out and disconnect the battery so that it turns the brake lights off anyway. So I did that. So at the moment, the poor car sits on the drive, it's full of water and it's not connected to the battery, which has now completely messed up all of my car's computer system and everything else that's programmed into the blooming car. So yeah, it's in a bit of a poorly way at the moment. But anyway, once I can sort of not necessarily be, well, I suppose it is be bothered, once I can be bothered to take it to the garage, but I'm not taking it back to the original garage. I'll take it to another garage. It's a lot further away and it's a lot more hassle, because it does mean I have to sit up there with the car while they do it, because as I say, it's sort of just too far really to go. So and they won't bring me back and they won't give me a hire car. So not because I'm a rubbish driver, but because they don't do hire cars. so it's a fairly sort of straightforward equation. They just don't do it. So yeah. But anyway, back to this episode now that I've given you the rundown of my car. As I say, I've done something at the farm that I think a lot of you, well, I can definitely think of one person that's going to be really chuffed with what I've kind of managed. It's not perfect, but it will do a job. Yes, it's something that I wanted to do a long time ago, and the game just wouldn't let me. Well, I've managed to find a little bit of a sort of kind of, what can I say, sort of cheat / hack to be able to do what I wanted to do in the first place. But at the same time, it's not quite as perfect as I wanted it, but it ain't far off, and I'm happy. So, let's just say Walter's life has just got a tiny little bit more miserable. I will also say, actually, it's quite important for me to point out that 1 or 2 of these contracts are for Walter as well. So, but if you can take money off the man and make his life a misery, why not? This this save game didn't originally start off with hating Walter. I was completely indifferent to the guy. As the sort of game story goes, he's my granddad, and as per usual, he's got too old, left the farm. You know, normally it's a case of they've, you know, moved, you know, continents or whatever, and it's like, oh, you know, left you the farm, you know, because we're that way inclined, you know, rather than cashing in on it, you know. No, they left me the farm. But in this one, no, Grandad's still there. But what Grandad doesn't tell you is that yes, he's left you the rubbish end of the farm, but he still owns quite a lot of land, and this is his machine. So, you know, I could do with this machine on my farm, but no, apparently I've not got access to it unless I'm working for him and then he's paying me, so it doesn't make sense. So with that, I took issue with Walter, and I decided, actually, I'm just going to make your life really, really uncomfortable now, because you've not been very honest with me, Mr. Grandad, or Grandpa, or whatever they call him in the USA. I always say Grandad, but I know it's subjective to, you know, individuals and families as well, because there's a young lad that lives just over the road from where we do, and if I'm out sort of, you know, doing odd jobs or whatever and that, and he's out there, he always shouts out, "Hello, mister," and and I always shout back, and then he'll say, "Grandpa's coming over today." He doesn't talk like that. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, he's like, "Grandpa's coming over today," whereas if when I was his age, I would be like, "Granddad's coming over today." But yeah, so. But anyway, we will crack on with this cultivating contract. There we go. That's not as easy to say as what you think. We'll crack on with it. As I say, we've got this field to do. We could have just done 2 breeds around the outside. That would have been far enough. So we'll do that. When we're coming back the other way, we'll just go up and down if that's the way it is. But yeah, we'll get on with these contracts, and we'll get these done, and then we will go back to our farm. Probably shift on another month, just because so off camera I did feed the animals. I'm not going to do that every time, but just this time because I wanted to do a little bit of contracting. So I did feed the animals off camera, just to make sure that was done. As I say, we'll try and get through and up into spring as quick as we can. What I would like to do before spring comes is, and this is the reason why I'm doing contracts, is I would like to try and earn enough money to buy 2 fields. I've got my eye on 2 fields. They're a little trek from the farm, but they're not a mega far away. But they are a little trek. But just on sort of going on sort of my farmer's eye, they're perfect for what I want to do with them. And now, once I've done what I want to do, they'll stay that way permanently. Not definitely, but certainly for the foreseeable future. But yeah, so there's a little bit of, as I say, something I want to do. Not going to say too much at this stage. You know, if these contracts won't be enough because they're not that expensive in terms of the money they're giving me, because obviously they've given me a huge tractor and a huge cultivator. But the good thing is that we take the hit once with the tractor and the cultivator, but we can then do all cultivating contracts with it. But as I say, there's 2 fields. At some point in the episode, if I remember, because we both, well, not we both, but we all know, that kind of implies only, and there's only me and someone else actually watching this episode. But you know, we all know that my memory is not always what it could be or should be. I do in general have a very good memory, but sometimes with farming sim I kind of get lost in what I'm doing, lost in kind of the, you know, sort of situation that I'm in, and then forget to do what I said I was going to set out to do in the first place. So but as I say, if I do remember, we'll jump on one of the tractors, and as I say, we'll just take a little ride. We might even actually have to go past the 2 fields if we have stuff to sell that way, which we should have. So another thing I did off camera as well was spent quite a lot of time filling up the cement works. It's still not full, but there's quite a bit in there. So for the next few days, we're going to have quite a bit of produce to sell. And again, it's all got to be sold at the warehouse, because I'm going to have to go down to the factory or to the museum, and I'm going to have to excuse me. I'm going to have to see what that requires now, because as far as I'm aware, it does. We've delivered everything that it did need. So we'll go down there, and then we'll see what it needs and what the next stage is, and then we'll go from there. But as I say, I'm going to switch over to a little bit of time lapse, give you all a little bit of peace and quiet. You can listen to some music, and I'm going to rest my very sore throat that I've got again today, and a bit of a cold coming again. So from October last year, this will be my 6th cold. So it's nice to see that I'm nice and healthy. But anyway, so I'm going to see you in a bit. Bye for now. So I've deliberately parked here because we were just down the road. So I'm eyeing up this field here. It's got wheat in it for this year. Now, there's a little bit of a slope in it. And I oh dear. I realise in some countries that word is a little bit offensive. But anyway, there's a little bit of a incline. There we go. That's a better word. There's a little bit of a slope in it, and so therefore it might hamper what I want to do here, just because it does tend to not behave itself if the field's not completely flat. But the idea is that this field here will become a rice field, and then if we, I mean, I'm pressing the sprint button, but I think I can walk faster than this. Anyway, we make our way over here, and then this field here is also make this a rice field as well. So we can have one combinable and then one using the new rice equipment, because I've not actually used them yet, the rice harvester and the rice planter. I've not actually used either of those two machines yet, but I have done rice because we did it upon our field, didn't we? But that was combinable rice. So as I say, I wouldn't mind doing one of each. We have a field of sort of combinable rice and a field of sort of rice harvester rice, if you see what I mean. What would you call that? Normal rice? Stand? I don't know. Anyway, but yeah. So I don't really know why I'm carrying on driving this, because we can cash them in now. But that's my plan. So we'll see sort of kind of what happens really with them. But we can cash all these in now. As I say, it'll just give us a bit of money. I don't actually while we're here, I'll have a little look. I'll have a little look at how much those fields are, just while we're here. So if I go to there, and there, and then there, and there, honestly, I know I've said what I've said about the game and what have you, and I know some people like it and some people don't, and some people get very upset, and other people jump on and everything. Like I say, Thursday Farming Sim released a video of patting themselves on the back for a great game, and I said that actually it's not that great a game and you really shouldn't be patting yourselves on the back. Let's just tab over, James, don't walk. So as you can see, the new shed is in. That was in the last episode anyway, but the new shed is in. I have now got stuff put away, apart from the trailer and the tractors, but obviously we have got more of them, and there's our 3 tractors. So probably along here somewhere might then put in like a little small one just so as we can park our tractors in it. I mean, there's no reason why we can't park our tractors in there, but this is what I wanted to show you. So got the sawmill, so that's making plenty of noise. Got the beehives. They're making plenty of noise. But now we have chickens. Right. So this will basically be filled full of cockerels, and essentially what's going to happen is that it's going to be filled full of cockerels, and they're going to make an absolute ton load of noise. So that is going to be absolutely fantastic. Now it's not, as you can see, it's not gone down perfect. And I'm not normally, if this wasn't sort of a kind of a, it's not, it's a save where we're having a little bit of fun. We're having a little bit of fun with Walter, so I'm not too worried. But had I been sort of farming this, sort of map and game seriously, then yeah, I that would not be good enough. But as I say, it's we're just having a little bit of fun with Walter. I don't know how long this series is gonna go on for, because there are other things that I do want to do, and obviously it means, you know, obviously you have to sort of, I can't record everything because there's just not enough days in the week. And there's not enough days in the week as well to put them out. So, you know, at some point this is going to have to give way, because as I say, this is a bit of a you know, a bit of a laugh sort of save, and I'm enjoying it. I think it's funny, and it will carry on, you know, quite easily for the next couple of months, I would imagine. But there will come a point where, you know, we will have to say goodbye to it, but not yet, because we've not started doing all of the things we want to do yet. But as I say, just, you know, it obviously, you know, nothing lasts forever, does it? But, and I've put the forklift in there just so as it's close to the manure, close to the bales and close to that. But I did find out it can't take that on the back, so that's not going to happen. But yeah, so. And another thing as well that I will do, not in this episode, because as I say, I'm trying to save money. So we need about 600 grand for those 2 fields. But it doesn't stop at those 2 fields. Then you need the equipment and everything. But I am going to fill these up, I think. I am going to fill this up equally among sheep and goats. I'll tell you what, they're soon growing though, aren't they? But not at the moment. At the moment, priority is fields, because we need more to do. But anyway, what I'm going to do, I'm going to skip to the next month, because there's not much else we can do now today. Well, we can get our chickens, to be fair. So we'll go all roasters, and we'll go for 10, and then they can just divide themselves. They divide themselves. They can multiply themselves. Jesus, it would be a bit of a mess if they decided to divide themselves. Now, lads, listen round, listen up. I think we can make 20, but we're going to have to cut ourselves in half. Yeah, so we'll get 10, and then what we'll do, lovely noise. Oh, that's lovely. Excellent. Right. So what we need to do, I mean, we don't necessarily have to feed them, because I don't necessarily want the eggs. I just want it to be noisy for Walter. I'd love to put the pigs this side, but I've tried, but I couldn't get the pigs this side. I tried everything. Oh, and the other thing to note as well is, if any of you that do kind of watch me thinking about getting the game, do have the game or whatever, if you do have the game, you probably know this ahead of me anyway, but you can actually customize the fence to the chickens. So I tried to put the fence to go all the way round and then come back round here. It wouldn't do it, which, you know, is fair enough. I didn't expect it would, but it also wouldn't do it round here, like, you know, just sort of round this bit. Yeah, you can customize the fence as well, which I didn't realize. But I'll just show you the pigs. They just won't work. So let me just get my bearings and then switch that on. But as I say, it won't allow the fence to be placed, and I've tried angling it, I've tried everything, but it just will not do it. Even here, I don't think it. Oh, it will do it there, but it won't do it that way. See, I can't have it too close because well, I can't have it there anyway, just because I won't be able to get the corn into the chickens. But yeah, so anyway, we will go this way round so we don't get stung, but we will move on to the next day. Or next month, I should say, and then we'll see what's going to happen. So if we are lucky enough to buy those 2 fields, obviously we'll keep the wheat in them and harvest the wheat because it's a bit of straw for us, and not only that as well, it's obviously crop as well for us, so well worth doing. But we need to come on to here now because we need to sort of start looking right furniture. We can get a bit of money now at Goldcrest Valley for that, so we're going to need the train for that one. So that's good. Hay we're obviously not selling. Bale wrap we're not selling. Buffalo milk is doing okay. Buffalo mozzarella is doing okay. Cheese is okay, so we can make money on that. The only thing we can't make money on, not quite, is goat's milk at the minute. Oh, hay, yeah, hay we can still make money on. Milk we can't either, and we can't manure either, but again, those things I don't want to sell anyway, so no problems there. Oats, we've got 47 there. We could get a little bit of money from them. Actually, we're doing very well. Right, so our furniture will give us nearly 100 grand. Our oats will give us 137 grand. I say hay is not for sale. Grass is obviously not for sale. Honey's for sale, so we could sell our honey as well. Let's have a look down here. So our plank long, planks and wood beams. Yeah, they're also wood chips as well at the farmers market, so that would be worth filling up. Yeah, so we can make a little bit of money here. Our soybeans are a good price, so we can sell them as well. Straw is obviously not for sale. See, that's the only thing about this that bugs me. They've put the line right across there, and although you can make it out, it shouldn't be that difficult. And when you try to scroll just a little bit, it should go above, or that line should be a lot lower down. And the other thing with the interface as well is why is so much stuff hidden within so much stuff? Do you know what I mean? Like like the vehicles that used to be in the shop. So you used to come here, didn't you, and then say like this one would be like the little sort of notice board thing. I mean, it was a shed, but it looked like a notice board. And you click on it, and then it would give you what all your vehicles you had. Honestly, it's just. It's so infuriating, and I really shouldn't get so wound up. I am finding this as well with my new shop mod, that it's duplicating things. So you've got 2 plows there, you've got 2 veggie harvesters. That looks to be the only 2 things that are the same. But yeah, so as I say, it's duplicating a lot of things. But anyway, what we'll do is then we'll jump on the Massey, and we will get the wood chips all done, sorted, and everything else, and then we'll get them sold, and then we can get the oats sold, the soybeans sold. We can then get the furniture picked up, and then, as I say, we'll have to take it to the train and then put it onto the train and do that. That's no problem. We can do that. Oh, that's virtually full anyway. I'm not going to mess about with 6 litres. It's not even 6 litres, is it? Yeah, I'm just gonna take that straight away. So this was at the farmers market, so we have got a little bit of a trek with this one, but we should be okay. It's a ride out on the old tractor. That's what I used to think at work when, you know, we used to get, you know, sort of jobs like this. I used to sort of kind of think, oh, well, it's a ride out, you know. I know I'm on the wrong side of the road, but I haven't got traffic switched on, so I'm treating it as British roads. So I've been playing quite a bit of this map, and I've also been playing quite a bit of Euro Truck. And I've recently downloaded and installed the pro mods for it, which has, like, you know, completely transformed that game. But the problem is, because I spend most of my time driving in Europe on the game, obviously I spend a lot of the time driving on the right. And I went out the other day in my car into the GPs, right, which I have to do every fortnight because I have to get my warfarin tested to make sure that I'm not about to bleed to death, or, you know, or at the same time, or, you know, alternatively get blood clots and, you know, sort of, you know, be in serious trouble that way. Anyway, so I had to go to the GP. So I'm driving down the road, right, and I live in a village. It's very quiet. But when you get through the village and then round towards the river where I live, then the traffic sort of builds up a bit. It's a bit busier there, right? Because most of the traffic turns off before getting into the village. The lorries don't. The lorries use it as a cut through, but cars and stuff like that, they tend to turn off. So I'm driving down the road, and this car coming the other way is flashing me, and I couldn't work out why it was flashing me. And then, luckily, like with sort of plenty of time to spare, and thankfully it wasn't a policeman, I realised I was driving on the right. It's like, James, you're not on Euro Truck now, son. You drive on the left in this country. And for the first time in my life, my brain answered with, yeah, but it's the wrong side of the road, isn't it? It's like, no, we've always driven on this side of the road. So yeah, you have to be very careful when, or I have to be very careful, you know, when you're, when you're, dear, I can't believe, you know, when you're playing on these games and then sort of suddenly decide that you really should switch the side of the road that you're driving on. Right, I think I can get back from here. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest way I could have come, to be fair. But if I go that way, then I should be able to drop down back onto that road. To be fair, I thought the road was going to loop round almost immediately, but no, it didn't quite. But anyway, we'll drop back down, or we need to be on that road over there rather than this road here, but that's okay. Next time I'll just go the other way around because it will bring us straight back onto this road. But I thought that way would be slightly quicker. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to some time lapse again. We're going to get these jobs done, and any other jobs that we can find to do, get it all sold, see where we're at, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, we might have enough to buy those 2 fields. So I will see you in a little bit. Bye for now. Right, so we're back. And we've nearly got everything sold. So we just got the soybeans to do now, but I'm going to do them off camera just because the train seems to have bugged out a little bit. And it was a little bit fiddly to try and get it to kind of do what I wanted it to do, which was basically just wait at the point where it should wait. And then I load the stuff on and then we take it and sell it. So, as I say, but it seems to be a bit bugged out that if when you call it, if I don't just jump on as it's moving by, it just carries on its way backwards. So I'm not quite sure what's happened there, but I'm guessing it's another thing that the patch to the patch has broken that wasn't broken before. So yeah, I don't know, as I say, what's going on there, but we've got 8,000 litres of oat left, but whether I take them or not, I don't know. It's quite a trek for 8,000 litres, but the soybeans we definitely will, because we'll get a little bit more for them. And then in the next episode, we will straight away buy the 2 fields. That'll be another 2 fields in, and then we can get working again, because a lot of that will be ready to sell again. We've almost got what the museum needs now. We've got to take one more, can you believe it, long planks, because it cheated me out of I think it was 5 litres per 1,000 litres that I was putting in. So it was sort of taking 1,000 litres and knocking 5 litres off it. I don't know why it was doing that, but it was. But that has been a thing all the way through, so that's not something new. I did know that it was going to do that, but I did also think that I'd got enough in there to cover that. So yeah, as I say, I was expecting that, but we just need to take one more, and then we're done. But as I say, those 2 fields, we'll get them bought, and then we will also, as well, next episode, what will be in February. So when you come back, I'll probably be in the springtime, and then we can get on with some grass cutting. Our crops are growing nicely, which is good. And then, as I say, we'll have some field work. But not only that, by the time that happens as well, I would have then sold quite a bit more stuff, because you don't want 2 episodes in a row of me just selling stuff. It's great that we've got stuff to sell now. You know, we are slowly but surely now getting to the point where we will continually have quite a bit of money, because we'll just continually always have stuff to sell. So that's really good that that's happening now. So we should be able to, excuse me, we should be able to keep chipping away and improving, you know, all the time now. So as I say, we'll get this tipped in here, and then I don't know how awkward this is going to be. If it's not awkward and we can get done straight away. So I did put, I put the cones on the train. I thought I'd just be interested to see what the train does here, because I mean, clearly I knew it wasn't going to derail it. That wasn't my intentions. I wanted to see how far it would chuck the the cones once they were on the line, but on the train tracks. But yeah. Where's the train? Alright, what I'm better off doing, actually, if anything last time did teach me anything, is to leave it, let it come the normal way. And then just as it gets here, rent it and jump on it. That's the best thing to do. Quite why these people are getting stuck up here, and quite why they're coming this far, I have no idea. I mean, you know, is it intentional? Are you a lookout? But Jesus, I know anyone can be ugly, mate, but you're abusing the privilege. Christ. Oh, hang on. He's got a. Yeah, that's how mine started. Mine started. Don't get self-conscious. Mine started like that. Just a little patch at the back of the head. was about 14 when that happened. By the time I left secondary school, I had a big bald patch just there. I went bald I was completely bald by about 16, 17, something like that. And now I just kind of get stubbled a bit like my beard, and I just shave it off every now and again. Are you mental? Are you chatting to yourself there, son? Whoop! I didn't realise I had hold of my tractor. I didn't realise I had hold of my tractor. I can't believe I just did that. Anyway, come on, train, hurry up. So, when recording, I do have a set time that I have to record for. And we've kind of already gone over it by so I kind of have a little bit of a system and routine. So it's a chat at the beginning, then we do time lapse, and we have a little bit of chat in the middle, then we do time lapse, and then I obviously end the episode, right? And that has to fit within a time frame. And it has to fit within a time frame because I need to then get the second video for the day recorded, which will be again on this map for Sunday. So that'll be Sunday's video. But I also, in that time, have to then get them both converted, made into videos, and then try and get them uploaded to YouTube, all before 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I've majorly gone over because it's 11 o'clock. I should already now be in the time lapse to the second video. But the train has decided to disappear on me. So like I say, the train has bugged out. It's never done this before. I can't see the train anywhere. So I have no idea where it is. We haven't got the train hired, so in theory it should have come through. But what I'll do is I'll get the soybeans sold off camera, and then I might even just take the oats as well off. Oh, there's the train. Off camera, and what I'll do is I'll as I say, when we come back next time, which might be the spring, just depends on whether anything happens, and you know, whether there's anything to see, which I don't think there will be, but then we'll get those fields done, get them bought, and then we'll get them bought, and then we can crack on with any spring work that we've got. And the reason why I'm saying crack on with any spring work that we've got is because I'm hoping to get more stuff sold off camera, and then that way, oh, would you believe it, I got in and then I jumped out. Should be able to get back in though, it should be fine. But yeah, so I'm hoping to get back. Oh, are you actually going to wake there? Oh, you're a good train. No. You're a good train. Right, let's try and get this loaded up, and then, as I say, we're kind of okay then. Well, come on, slow down. I think it's just going to go past, just. All right, so as I say, we'll get these filled up. I'll get it sold off camera, and then when we come back, we'll have some land that we can buy, those 2 fields, and hopefully we'll have some more land as well, and then that will give us our spring work, because what I am hoping to get hold of is another couple of 3 fields where we can sort of grow soybeans, but more importantly we can grow cotton, because cotton will give us enough, the bales will be big enough to give us lots of material to make rope with, because we need the rope. The wool's just not going quick enough. But as I say, I might even just I will at some point just max out the pen. Then what I might do is eventually create another sheep pen, put goats in there so they've got their own pen, and then just have completely full of goats one side, completely full of sheep on the other side, and then we'll be able to go from there. Right, we'll just sell this because we are virtually right there. But then, as I say, I'm going to end the episode because but we have done quite a bit in this episode, which is really good. I do like it when we do get quite a bit done. I know it's been a little bit of same old, you know, we've been selling and we've been doing this, that, and everything else, but There we go. So that's sold. So what we'll do is then actually we will buy those 2 fields now. We'll do that now. Literally just over here. There we go. So we can buy that one. So if we've got enough left over and we can buy another one, then we'll do that. 321. So we have actually got a little bit left over. So no, can't buy that one. We could buy that one. Nor that one. Nor that one. But we could buy that one. Where are we coming from? We're coming from there. So it'd be nice to perhaps buy that one. Wow. Oh, still you do get quite a bit of area with that one. So yeah, that's kind of understandable. But anyway, we'll sort that out next time we come back. So thanks ever so much for watching. I've really enjoyed having your company. I really appreciate every single person that views my videos, and I say that because, as I said before, you know, you really could choose to watch someone else or be somewhere else. So the fact that you've chosen to spend, you know, a little bit of time with me and I really appreciate it. So thanks ever so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in the next episode. Bye for now.